I think it's funny that we're advertising that we're selling fireworks between L and M, which would be in the city of Lancaster, where it's illegal to sell fireworks. So that's a great thing. It's funny, and it's not the joke. Here's the joke, the offering joke. Joke's little, and no one's laughed, but I think it's particularly funny, and I'm not going to tell you why. But this is the joke. Were you in complete control of the car at the time of the accident? The judge asked the defendant. No, Your Honor. My wife was with me. You want to know why I think that's funny? My wife and I have been married for 37 years, and I am the kind of person that never likes to drive, like from church to home. I never want to go the same way all the time. I'm always wanting to change it up, so it just relieves the boredom. I'm wanting to discover the route, and 37 years, Nancy's been trying to tell me how to get from A to B. Like, you know, when I'm doing, like, she'll tell me, no, you should go this way. And she knows that this is a problem, and yet she still does it. And this from a woman, she's not here so I can tell all these stories, but she's probably watching on the internet right now, so which means my Sunday afternoon is going to be not as fun as it might otherwise have been. But this is from a woman. I love my wife in every way, but she has no directional sense. So if in this room, if there are no visible landmarks, and I asked her which direction that we live, she would point the opposite direction. 100% of the time she would point. I don't know how that's possible, but she would, and she wants to tell me how to get from A to B. Anyway, that's the end of that joke. Have you ever gotten in your car when it's 1,000 degrees like you will after the service today? And it's so hot, you know, that you can't touch anything without being branded, including the steering wheel, and you're searching desperately for some tissue or leftover napkin from McDonald's or some rag to kind of, you know, insulate you from the scorching heat, and you put your hand under the seat or into the glove box and you pull out a windshield ice scraper. And you look at it like something from an alien culture, you know, like, when is this ever necessary? Oh yeah, I remember that at another time when it's not 1,000 degrees, I might actually use that. We've been talking together over the last month, and we'll finish up this series next weekend. We've been talking about loving well and believing better. We've been talking about that subject with a mind towards developing a set of skills that will enable us to do that, to love well and believe better. And I do not want you to think of those skills like that windshield ice scraper when it's 111 degrees outside. Like this is something that I only use in like some other circumstance or exceptional occasion. We've been talking about a set of skills that we use daily. That if we're going to grow love, if we're going to grow faith in our life, if we're going to have the kind of lives that other people are grateful for, that make a difference and an impact on especially those that we care most about, then we're going to have to think about these skills as not exceptional or unusual things that we use only under special set of circumstances. We've been talking about communicating honestly. Jesus taught, right? Don't swear by the gold of the temple or the gray of your mother's head, always let your yes be yes and your no be no, that we don't communicate honestly only in a crisis, only kind of when there's no other resort, only in exceptional circumstances. Communicating honestly is a tool that we develop to use all the time. We don't, try to deal with our anger in a non-destructive way, only under exceptional circumstances, and let kind of the rest of our history be used destructively with anger. We don't deal with disappointment and actually deal with it and overcome it only in extreme circumstances. You see what I'm saying? We don't sustain intimacy only when it's missing. These are things that we use and employ and grow in ourselves, our ability to do them. And the end result will be that our love will advance. It will grow. It will become more. We will love well.